Hello, Flosstube. Hello, my friends. I'm here. I'm alive. It's been a while. It's been a very, 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 very hot minute, like scalding hot minute. And I apologize. Life has been lifing, as we all like to say. Things, things. But here I am. Oh, it's so good to see everybody. I am Julie in Stitches 16 here and on Instagram. This is a Flosstube channel, so I primarily talk about cross stitch. However, there are also other crafts and yarny goodness thrown in. So we are going to get underway. This is the second time I've had to record. It is now nighttime and I have set up extra lighting. So hopefully everything looks okay when you see this. Um, Boy, lots of things. Just a little rundown of all of the things I participated in since I saw you in August. It is now December. I am recording this on December 14th. I am hoping that it gets out to you tomorrow, December 15th. We will see. Um, okay, so let's just dive in. Um, Needle minders, a group of us, which include myself, Miriam from Marumi Designs, Nithya from Daybreak Stitchery, and Sarah from Modcross. Hi, Sarah. We are a group of stitchy friends that try to meet at least once a month virtually. We are in 3 different states, surrounding each other, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Illinois. And we also get together at least once a year to enjoy each other's company and stitchy goodness time. Um, we have been Zooming at least monthly, and that brings me so much joy. And I look forward to that time with them in great anticipation. I went to Welcome Stitchery again with my good friends Jamie and Chris and Erica, who are the Pink Stitchers. So please go watch them. They haven't released a video in a while either because life has also been lifing. But we talk almost daily, at least by text. I went to a Teresa Kogut retreat at Primitive Gatherings in Oshkosh, Larson, Wisconsin, near Oshkosh. I have been meeting with some international stitchers and other stitchers in the state. That's almost every other week. And that brings me so much joy. That was organized by Alex, who is Salix Stitches on Instagram. She is the infamous one of the creators of the Salander, her along with the Hathaway Stitchers, Amity and Aaron. Um, I went to Country Sampler for an afternoon and, caused some trouble. You'll see that later. And with Jamie and Chris, my instigators. And I also went with them to Sheep and Wool Fest in Jefferson, Wisconsin. You'll also see some of that later on. Um, and then I most recently, which was last weekend, which really reinvigorated me and brought a ton of joy back into my life, was the Jingle Ball. And I got to spend time I'm going to forget people, but I got to actually talk to and spend time with so many of you that I love and enjoy, and I can't wait for more Stitchy events and or just spending time with you outside of Stitchy events. Stephanie from Cross Stitch the Globe, Tara Wilderwoman Crafts, Amity and Aaron the Hathaway Stitchers. Oh, geez, Bonnie Stitched Lit. I met her and she was in a room. I'm gonna forget people. Jamie and Chris, of course. Um, oh my gosh, Fanny. Hi, Fanny. Um, oh, good golly. I'm forgetting so many people, but know that if I spent time with you, I enjoyed every single second of it, and I can't wait to see you again. Um, Flosstube, these are old because I wrote them down a few months ago, but still very relevant. Another wonderful stitcher that I met in a stitchy room at Jingle Ball was Wendy. She is stitching in the Matrix. Um, please go check her out. And then another floss tube that I found a few months ago and enjoyed was Those Missing Stitches. Her name is Lynn. She shouted me out, so thank you, Lynn. I'm sorry it took me so long to get on here, and thank you for that. She's also a fabric dyer and has an Etsy store, and there are some beautiful fabrics in there. So go check that out as well. Um, oh boy, see, this is the second time I'm recording because and that's so I like lost my mind. Um, I need, okay, so Stephanie from Cross Stitch the Globe, I have, she has, she, well, I told her this, but I don't know if she's fully on board with it yet, but she's going to be my memory and my life assistant. She just got the most, she just retains all information, and my menopause brain retains nothing. So I need her by my side daily to be my memory and my knowledge base. So thank you in advance, Stephanie. You're hired. Oh, good golly. Okay, bird babble. What I'm wearing, my t-shirt says bird watching tree hugger. I got this from a shop called Super Love Teas. They are a small business. You can find them on the interwebs, and I would highly encourage you to go support them. They are fabulous small business, great customer service, really cute things. And of course, if you have a t-shirt that says bird loving, bird bird watching tree hugger, I'm gonna buy it and I'm going to advertise for you. I'm not paid, but please go support them. Um, all the winter birds are back. All the summer birds have flown away. So the dark-eyed juncos are here prolifically, chickadees, nuthatches, the American goldfinches have lost their yellow, but they're still around. Tufted titmice, red-headed woodpeckers, downy woodpeckers, the hairy woodpeckers, the pileated woodpeckers are out of the woods because they have nothing left to eat, so I have to make sure that they're fed. I feed the deer every day. I've had 4 or 5 every night that come and eat corn. And I'm so happy to see that they survived hunting season because that always worries me, my Sally. Um, so yeah, that's bird babble. I'm going to show you a little bit of stitchy kindness because I think I passed over this when I did my haul portion of the video, investment portion of the video, which is I'm going backwards now so I could re-record this. So just a few things. Um, Jamie, Jamie went to St. Louis for a soccer tournament and was able to visit Color and Cotton, and we were all very envious that she was going there. So she surprised us when we were at Welcome Stitchery, and she got everybody a piece of fabric. I got 40 count porcelain, and I got this beautiful emerald color and cotton thread. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. You spoil me. You spoil us. When I was at the Teresa Kogut retreat, Michelle was at our table, our friend Michelle, and look at these. She made these little sleighs and stitch that's perforated paper. And now I'm going to leave it out to put it on my tree. Chris gave out some table gifts. So we had a little bag full of things, but this is one of the things she made out of spools that can also go on my tree, which is not up yet, but it is. My tree is now fully decorated, sitting in the basement, ready to be brought upstairs and plugged in. Work smarter, not harder. That is always my mantra. So that is how I do my holiday tree now is work smarter, not harder. It's already decorated. It can just be brought upstairs and put down. Chris also made us these little Ort catchers, button-up bags. for Stitchy Retreat table or so that's going in my cross stitch travel bag, which is I gotta or clean out and organize. So I keep putting more and more stuff in there and things get lost and whatever. Okay, stitching. Let's get into it. Finishes. I cannot remember, Stephanie, where are you? If I finished or if I showed you this before or not, but Welcome Stitchery, Justine has stitching challenges. So when we were there in August, she said the next challenge is going to be to buy and stitch a JBW. So I bought this reindeer. And then while I was there, I bought the fabric and the floss. And while I was there, I stitched it. So here it is. I did it in two colors so that the little motifs in the reindeer are in a different color. I chose classic colorwork bandana for the red and peacock, Gentle Arts peacock for the sorry about the flossmas, um, for the contrast color. And then I got some backing fabric at the quilt store while we were there to finish it, fully finish it. So we had to send her a picture of the finish. And then if you also sent her a picture of the fully finish, you got entered into a drawing for a gift card twice. I did not fully finish it and asked me if I sent her the picture of the finish. No, I forgot because Stephanie's not here to tell me. Her fault. But that's okay. It's finished and it's ready to fully finish. And maybe I can get that on my tree. Okay, next is this little clown kit, cross stitch kit by Dale Burdett. I can't remember if I showed this as well. So it came with this little frame. It is not put in here correctly. I will work to do that now that I've shown it. Jen's Fiber Web and I believe the Thread Gremlins had a bring out your kit sale. Was that the name of it? So this is what I did for that. I just love that little bird. He's so cute. So this is my little clown. He could also go on my tree. Next is Marigold Bloom by my friend Sarah from Mod Cross. This is the first in her Bloom series. She currently has 3, but she will have 4 because I have a finishing idea. And it involves a 4-paned window, old window. So this is Marigold Bloom. So incredibly talented. There's only 8 colors. 8 colors. And she designed this to get that shading into that marigold with 8 colors. Also a new start while I have this out and I don't become more disorganized than I already am. Oh, the pattern's falling apart. This is Pansy Bloom. So as soon as I finished Marigold Bloom, I started Pansy Bloom. And here's my rock and start on Pansy Bloom. Same fabric. I'm going to put all of them on the same fabric. Later in my investment section, you will see the 3rd in the Bloom series. And look at the pansy. Look at the needle winder I found that matches the pansy. Isn't that crazy? I think that was made for minders. I lost a whip. We'll talk about that. Well, not I'll talk about it now since I brought it up. I have a Mill Hill. I started a Mill Hill kit, a little owlette, and I cannot find it. I drove myself crazy searching for an hour today. Can't find it. As soon as I'm done recording this, or like tomorrow, I'll be looking around and I'll find it. Bet your bottom dollar. Murphy's Law. Okay, next. I finished the first in what I'm not sure how many I will be doing of my Birds of Hawk Run Hollow, I'm calling it. Jamie and I and our friends Kathy and Tammy decided to do a Hawk Run Hollow, but I can't just, nothing, no, I don't do anything easily. I decided that I was going to stitch from many Hawk Run Hollows and do any squares or do some of the squares that feature birds. So I started with spring at Hawthorne Hollow, and I did this square up here. I'm calling it a finish because every time I finish one of these, I'm calling it a finish. I have a plan a design plan. I've had a few different design plans. This is my, very specialized design planning. I think I'm going to go with this one. So I'm going to do 7 blocks, and then I'm going to chart in the birds of Hawthorne Hollow. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see when I get to number 2 what actually transpires from this, how this plays out. But I have one done, and it's from the spring, and I'm happy with that. Because all of you that are stitching Hawthorne Hollows now, I believe Chris is joining us on a Hawthorne Hollow, or did you start with Chris? Sure. This is Yasmin's Made with Love. She had designed this as a freebie, or maybe after making a donation to I can't, anyways, I believe when the war in Palestine started, which has been going on for far too long now, the genocide in Gaza, a house divided cannot stand. I got this out on November 6th or 7th, I believe, and stitched it to a finish because I needed to rage stitch those days. Next is the Rogue Round Robin that I participated in with Miriam from Roomy Designs, Julie from Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, and Tara from Wild Roman Crafts. We all picked a different ink circles pattern and passed it around, and each stitched a quarter. My pattern was Green Damsel. And these friends stitched this up for me so beautifully. I did the first quarter, and then they each did a quarter, and I did the same for all of them. I believe this is up because there's my little mark up here to tell me that which way is up. And my camera keeps going in and out because I'm on Zoom. And it is so gorgeous. And I love it so much. And I am so thankful to them. This was beautiful and fun. And I think that we are planning on doing it again. With, of course, picking different ink circles patterns. I highly suggest it. You stitch a quarter of your own pattern and it comes back to you finished. Fun. And not monotonous. Stitching those mandala patterns, doing it 4 times, I got to work on 3 other ones. I sent Tara's off to her. I will insert a picture here of that finish. Oh, she did Elegant Squid, and it turned out so beautiful. Her colors were just amazing. So were Miriam's, so were Julie's. They've all shown them on their Flosstubes. Julie just showed Miriam's on her latest Flosstube. She is still working it to a finish, and I believe she's also shown her finish. Oh, on the same video, she did show it. Reflections of Scotland. Gorgeous, gorgeous floss choices. Miriam, of course, gorgeous fabric and floss choice. Everybody, it was great. Okay, next. This is Peppermint and Pine. I did the Tufted Titmouse. I do not know if I'll do the other 2. I want to, but I have so many whips. I have so many projects. I'll tell you about that later, but so here's the Tufted Titmouse. Sorry, the lighting is kind of bad. He's a little hard to see, but he was so much fun to stitch. I finished this at the Teresa Kogut retreat before I started a new project there that you will also see because that was finished. Alex had a game for us to play where we had to bring 6 whips with us. We were voted down to 2, and then somehow we figured out a number of stitches. Oh, hi. He signed us that. I figured it out. I do not count stitches because I do not work off of I usually work off of paper, not pattern keeper. I do have some digital patterns that I do work off of once in a while, but most of the time I print. Um, so anyways, I instead of stitching said a number of hours of stitching, so that brought this one to a finish, and then I worked on another whip that you will see later, and that was super fun. And Alex has a very, very, very creative brain and comes up with the coolest, funnest ideas and things to do. Next was my Jingle Ball start and finish. Well, I technically finished it the day after the Jingle Ball, but it was almost finished on Sunday night, and I'm losing a thread. This is the Blue Flower, Janine McGowan's. This was her exclusive pattern for the Jingle Ball Merry Menagerie 2024. And I had to do this axolotl because axolotls are cool and cute and critically endangered. I have some axolotl facts for you if you want to join me in being an axolotl advocate. Here he is, or she, I don't know, they, here they are. I made them a lot merrier and brighter because I was feeling a little cold and gray on that Wisconsin day. So I took my Mo Sale silks off the back of my door where they're hanging, and I picked like the brightest colors I had. I just like as I went, I picked a new color, and I think it came together quite nicely. I really, really like it. So axolotls, you guys, do you know here we're gonna have a little nature nuances. Axolotls, first of all, they're amphibians, they're carnivores, they eat meat, they eat like crustaceans and smaller fish and things swimming. They can live 10 to 15 years, they can grow up to 12 inches long. Um, in the wild, they are critically endangered. I will link below an article from National Geographic where I got this information quickly before I filmed because I had looked up and saw that they were critically endangered. So I just wanted to get some fast facts to give you so that you too can be an axolotl advocate and join me. Um, why they're so cute. They never outgrow their larval or juvenile stage. That's a phenomenon called neotomy. Neotomy. It's our vocabulary lesson for the day. And they stay young throughout their whole lives. Um, so they live primarily in the wild in lakes nearby Mexico City, and things such as urban sprawl, population growth, etc., have impacted the population, and they are also stocking some of those lakes with tilapia, and it's a competition for them. So there are conservation efforts happening, but they estimate there are only like 50 to 1,000 wild axolotls. Their coloring is a little different in those lakes. Um, and just so you are aware, there are some states in the United States, and I did not see information on which ones, it is illegal to own an axolotl. So maybe check. I mean, who's coming to your house to check, right? But I know that the pet industry may have also had a little bit to do with the population because they're catching them out of the wild. They are being bred for the pet industry in far greater numbers. So, but in the wild, they are critically endangered. I don't like any animals to be critically endangered. Okay. Next finish. Oh, yeah, I gotta put this back in bank because that's a whip. When we were at the Teresa Kogut retreat, she was amazing and gifted us a wool applique project, two cross stitch projects, and this, a punch needle. So this was my first time punch needling to fruition. I had started a punch needle a while ago, but it was like with yarn and a really bad puncher. It's like an Amazon kit or something, and I never completed it. But here's Spooked Sam. Spooked Sam, my first official ever punch needle finish. Jamie also finished him. We both finished it at the retreat. I really got into this. We both changed our pants a little bit. Mine has stonewashed denim jeans because I am a child of the 80s. Here are Jamie and I with our proud Daryl and his other brother Daryl finishes of Spooked Sam. It was super fun and I really enjoyed it. And everybody there was very helpful and it was a great time. Okay, this is the not whips. We're on to whips. Or, well, this is also a new start. Oh, we're on to new starts. New starts and whips because I mean, it's been so long. This is the Nordic Holiday Countdown 2024, a collaboration between Roxy Flasco and Modern Folk Embroidery, Jacob, who we love and also hate from time to time. I am caught up until yesterday, the 13th. So no, I didn't do today's yet. Um, I am loving this. I didn't know that I would because if you have been here and you know me, I am one to change all of my flosses and fabric on every project that I do. However, on this one, I am enjoying every single day that in the morning I grab my little package, I open it up, and I start stitching with the floss color that was assigned to that day. And I love how this is coming together, and it's keeping me motivated. And I'm thinking that I should just make surprise packages for myself every for every project and open them up from day to day. And that's how I'll get things completed. This is in a bag from Kaylee Tent Stitch. This was a bag that she included and like it was buy something, get a bag free. I don't know. She also gifted me a bag that you will see later. She is amazing. Wait for the postal stuff to get figured out in Canada. Or don't, and just go to Kaylee's website. It's the sewingshop.ca, and please support her because she makes amazing project bags and dyes amazing fabric and sells really awesome patterns. Thank you, Kaylee. The next project I started with my friend Fanny. Fanny asked me if I wanted to stitch this with her. And then not only did she ask me, and I said yes, because it's a bird, then she gifted me the pattern. Thank you, Fanny. This is Fractor Bird number 6 by Owl Stitching House. They are on Etsy. Sorry, I got interrupted again. On Etsy. This is so cute. This is so beautiful. We are also stitching it with another stitcher. She is in Wisconsin, ironically. Her name is Ruth. Look at all the little birds around this big, beautiful bird. So I, of course, choose my own flosses. I don't remember what fabric I'm doing it on. It's a 46 count. I have one of the needle minders that I made from a shrinky dink needle minder. That is as far as I've gotten. I did my own floss conversion. I'm showing all the flosses some love. All the flosses in here. I've got Classic Colorworks. I've got DMC. I've got Color and Cotton. I've got Most Sail Silk. I've got Cottage Garden Threads. I've got Brennan Needle. I've got Vera's Stitching Corner. They're on Etsy. She's on Etsy. Beautiful flosses. Plant dyed flosses. So go check her out. 46 count something, you guys. I don't know why the card's not in here. It might have fell out earlier when I already recorded this and was shuffling it around. Another group of us, and I wrote down the names because the first time I recorded, I forgot somebody. So a group of Packer fans, a group of cross-stitching Packer fans. I mean, How much better? Hey, by the way, these are vintage earrings that my mom found in her house from like the 1980s. She found like 6 or 7 pairs of Packer earrings from the 1980s. I was like, yeah, I'll take them. My dad has, if there, if I, I know when I give him a Packer memorabilia gift, it will someday be mine. It needs, it will be a house full. I will need a separate house for all the Packer memorabilia. Anyways, Nancy, who's the disorderly stitcher, Nikki, she does not have a floss tube. She is also in Wisconsin. Mary, my friend, my birthday buddy, who's also in Wisconsin, and then Allison from Cross Stitch the Globe are stitching Packer patterns. We started the first game of the year, and I am not doing well with finish. This shouldn't take much. I found this, and I don't remember if I bought it on Etsy or if it actually came from alexstitches.com. I don't know. And I mean, the pattern is the design. So I'm sorry, I'm showing it. Um, So it's just a Packer, the symbol and the word Packers. This is as far as I've gotten. This is seaweed in 40 or 46. 40 by Fox and Rabbit. And it's already Packer colors. So I just needed to find some fun threads. And I decided that the fun threads for me should be Petite Treasure Braid, which I love that they're sparkly and fun, right? I do not enjoy them. If anybody has a suggestion as to how to make these more fun, by the time I am getting to like maybe the last 6 inches, they are just falling apart. And I wax, anyone? Can you tell me? Um, I do not have to fill in the green. Oh, I do not have to fill in the green. So all I need to use is the yellow and the white. I have another Packer pattern in here that I will start as soon as this one is finished. They play tomorrow night, so maybe I should leave this out and stitch on it tomorrow night, eh? Maybe. All right, I saw this pattern on Pam and Steph. Just keep stitching. I really wish I could figure out how to make my camera not zoom in on me. This is from Siren Stitchworks. She is also on Etsy. This is Women, Their Rights, and Nothing Less. I really, she has some historical patterns and includes like the history and why she stitched them. So really quickly, she writes in 1968. In 1868, Susan B. Anthony began publishing The Revolution, a paper advocating for women's suffrage, better education for girls, and equal pay for both men and women. The paper's motto included the words, women, their rights, and nothing less. Over 150 years later, the fight for women's rights is still not over. And isn't that the truth? Stitch this motif to show your support and, above all, vote. So Jamie, my friend from the Pink Stitchers, is stitching this also, and we were trying to rage stitch it on election night. It didn't pan out. So I haven't really had the heart yet to pick it back up, but I think I am ready because we will continue our fight. I am doing this on a 56 count. 56 count something. Thought there was a tag on here. Oh, I think it's an XJU design, one of my fabric of the months from this year. And this is a Oversois 103. I don't remember. I don't know. There's numbers on these, right? Number 035. So I really, 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 really like it. And I just need to finish it. That's all I had left is the word. I think I'm at a better mental spot now that I can do that. Okay, next start was I took one class at the Jingle Ball. the blue flower. I have a hard time resisting anything that Janine designs. Oh, I am so sorry my camera keeps doing this. I'm gonna have to figure that out for the next time. So this is the full design, and then this is the finish. I think we decided in the class to call it a muffin because we're like, what kind of shape is that? Right? Here's my floss conversion. If you guys wanted to dive into my mind, here's how I keep track of that. And this is as far as I got. There are a lot of stitches, as are all of the blue flower patterns, but that's okay because they're all delightful and I don't mind stitching them at all. I worked feverishly on this. This is like one of the only things that have been stitching on for quite a while. I'm doing mine on a 46 count. I did my own floss conversion, as you saw. Again, I gave everybody some love. I have Dinky Dyes, I have DMC, I have Classic Colorworks, I have Brennan Needle, I have Gloriana, I have Color and Cotton, I have Be Stitch Me, I have Forbidden Fiber Co., I have Roxy, Flossco, I have Mo Sale Silk. I just like to spread the floss love. I like everybody to be included. That's just who I am. Everybody together. All my favorite flosses in one place. I really have not met a floss that I don't enjoy. Well, there's one brand that I don't enjoy, but otherwise I'm a equal opportunity floss user. Equal opportunity. Okay, now we're on to whips. Hashtag motif a week is going to continue on indefinitely. So if you joined me this year, thank you. I loved seeing everybody's progress. Some people finished things. Tara from Wilder Women Crafts. There was somebody finished this project, which is And a Forest Grew. I love the encouragement of the community. This is where I am. This is where I am. And I am going to continue on into the next year. I am going to continue this until it's finished. And then I'm going to pick another project for hashtag motif a week. So every time I bring this out, I am trying to put in some of this tree outline, I guess you'd call it. I also want to, I need to find a quote. I have found some that are kind of dark and angry about the environment, and could be probably because I was feeling pretty dark and angry for a while. But now I'm like, no, I really would rather it be something more bright and hopeful about the environment, or a bright, hopeful advocacy for the environment. I did find some song lyrics that I thought might work from two of my favorite bands of all time. One is from Dave Matthews Band, the other one's Grateful Dead song. It's actually the alternate lyrics to Looks Like Rain. And from Dave Matthews Band is One Sweet World. But if anybody has any suggestions for a more bright and cheerful environmental advocacy quote, I welcome, I welcome all of your input on that. Okay. Next was the other project I stitched on for Alex's game, and got some work in on. This is also hashtag Fab4Fan sale that Stephanie from Cross Stitch the Globe and I have been hosting, and that's also going indefinitely. So there's people that have finished things, and I'm still working on both of the ones that I have on the needle. And then also for Sarah from Sarah's Stitchy Spot and Peg, BBD Magical Mystery Tour Sale. This is Strawberry Fields Forever, part of the Magical Mystery Tour. There are 6 patterns. I will be doing all of them. I am also working on Yellow Submarine, and I need to just finish that. Oh, Fanny, who's Cross Stitch Couture, by the way, and she has a Flosstube with her friend Marion. They are from France. They are called the Soul Stitchers on Flosstube. Fanny finished Yellow Submarine and gifted it to a friend and posted her finish, and it is beautiful. Please go take a look at that. I got all of this done and then some up in here, and I think I was off by a stitch, and I don't care. I'm moving forward. So those are my WIPs since August. I may have forgot a thing or two because I may have forgot a thing or two because I don't have my memory here with me with Stephanie. Another thing before I get into investments and plans and whatnot, I will not be in any more clubs next year. None. Uh, the only one that I had left uh, was the Color and Cotton Thread Club, and they are ending that, sadly. So, two questions, two proposals, or calls for help, cries for help. If anybody knows of a Tudor Silk Club, because I want to complete my collection of that, I like to stitch with Tudor Silk. Maybe I will make my own club. I do have my little list here. I'm a paper and pen girl. I may mention this later in the video, but I can't remember if I did or not. Oh, I think I did when I talked about a hobby house purchase. And or Color and Cotton. I would like to go through the ones I have and then maybe just go on their website and order like for a month. And that way I can still be in a club. Or 103s. If you know anybody that does a club for 103s, I would also like to start completing my collection of those. I think that next year for an advent, I will probably totally do the Roxy Flosco again because you get 25 flosses when you're done. Like I'm only using a strand or two of some of those, and then I'll have 25 skeins. But Jerica makes me drool. Daybreak Stitcher, Jerica makes me drool every single time I see her use any of her Silks for You. And she just began opening her Silks for You advent this year, and I'm already drooling on day one. So I think that's in the plans for next year. Okay, see you again in a minute with the rest of the show. Okay, investments. I did pare them down a little, Miriam. She told me I should just do a whole entire Flosstube extra because my investments would take 2 hours, but I've pared them down and we will go where I will try to keep this as short as possible. I got a project bag at the Jingle Ball from Heartstring Samplery. These are Bags to Stitches by Marie. She was selling some, and I saw this yellow lab bag. My dog Natty, who passed away 6.5 years ago. Lucy, our black lab, was actually born on the day that Natty passed away. I got this in memory of her, and it's purple. Look at how cute this bag is. Look at this, you guys. It even has like a little key holder. Couldn't pass that up. Couldn't pass it up. I'm just gonna go. Okay. And not in any order at all. Winter Songbird. This is a pattern by Nath Nalu. She is on Etsy. So incredibly, sorry for the glare. So incredibly cute. If anybody has this and would like to stitch it with me, I will start this ASAP. Amity, Fanny, um, more birds. This is Sprouting Lupine. This is First Snow Nature Walk. And Titmouse. There's a titmouse, a chickadee, and a junco. All my winter birds. I put an order. Oh, I got the last of the series, the Endangered Species series from Lindy Stitches for this year. And sadly, she is not doing another series next year. A lot of people were asking her during her meet and greet at the Jingle Ball. She is going to concentrate on those five online events that she is planning. This is the Layers Macaw fun story. I worked in a pet store after high school when I moved out to California, and we had a blue and gold macaw at the pet store. His name was Howie. And the worst part about me leaving California moving back home is that I had to leave Howie behind. I got the threads, the specialty threads that go in the macaw. There's cacti. They are from Brazil. So I have not started any of the endangered species yet, and that is definitely a plan for next year. I still have to finish the Bird Crush Club. And if you want to see some amazing Bird Crush Club finishes, Tara, Wild Woman Crafts, and oh my gosh, I can see her in my head again. There she is. This was yarn. I got some 27 count Linda fabric per suggestion from my good friend Nithya, Daybreak Stitchery. She, we were talking about tiny stitching, and she told me that she had ordered some to try that, and she told me she ordered some to try and that she was having good success using regular cotton threads, DMC and whatnot. So I got some Linda and I dyed it. So this is a piece that I dyed. I have another piece in a new project that I will show that I dyed to use. And here is a test stitch. I think I did that with 103s. And then I dyed this other piece in like a purpley color. I'm not sure how good this is going to show. I am now recording on Zoom because Photo Booth ate my first part of my video and we're trying to recover it. Oh boy. This is all the stuff I got at our last trip to Welcome Stitchery. A lot of it is freebies. Needle Bling Design did a trunk show while we were there. And I got this cute turkey pattern. And it came with the feathers to put on the top of his head. It was round. It was right before Thanksgiving. It was the beginning of November, so that was appropriate. I got some fabric from Needle Bling Design. I got a little too much fabric. I got some 56 count heirloom needle bling. I got some 46 count heirloom. I just thought that was a beautiful neutral. And I got some 46 count Shrekky's tan. Thank you. They bought Black Cat Stitchery, the stock in the store, and moved it to Amory, Wisconsin, which is now farther away from me than Black Cat Stitchery would have been. Oh well, it's like 3.5 hours. It's closer to the Twin Cities. So, but I plan to make a trip up there sometime to check that out. Next, these were Jingle Ball purchases that came so incredibly fast from Lindy Stitches. Like, I don't know how in the world their staff, I mean, kudos, my goodness. Well, one was a Jingle Ball purchase, the other one was just a purchase from Lindy Stitches, which also came in like 2 days. I mean, Indiana to Wisconsin. This is a Jingle Ball exclusive, and it's a Lindy Stitches design called Dust of Snow. I just love the colors in there. I love that bird. She did a really good job. And then these are Forbidden Fiber Co. that have nothing to do with this pattern, but there was a pack, and I'm a sucker for a thread pack. And just a really awesome green, a blue, and a gray. Can use for anything. Oh, and this one's Alphaba. I was, when that came, I'm like, Alphaba, awesome. Because, in our Wicked era. And then I had shop cash to use. Thank you, Stephanie, my organizer, for telling me that I could use my shop cash and Lindy Stitches. So I got two sprouting lupine patterns. This one is Twilight Nature Walk. Sorry about the glare. And this one is Thunderstorm Nature Walk. Oh, look at that frog. I want to get all of the Nature Walk series. I want to get all of the sprouting lupine patterns. Every single one. And they threw in some Jingle Ball stickers with that order. She must have had extra and wanted to get rid of them. So now I have some Jingle Ball stickers to put in my planner. Thank you, Stephanie and Jason and staff. You guys are amazing. Highly recommend. Oh, Kaylee Tenstitch. Kaylee. She, I think, had a special where, like, if you ordered a bag, you got a bag, or I don't know, fabric. She just, that girl. So I think I forgot to point out, oh no, I'll show you. So I ordered this bag because why wouldn't I? Um, Nerd for the birds, freak for the beaks, nerd for the birds. And then I got some awesome fabric from her. Oh, darn shipping in posts. I hope the Canadians, I'm so hopeful that soon your postal woes will be resolved. But you know, they gotta I'm with those postal workers. Look at this. My camera keeps moving. Look at this. I gotta figure out if I'm gonna record on Zoom how to make it not do that. I'm hoping you guys are seeing this is gonna be such a fun edit. I don't remember what that one was called. And I don't see a tag on it. This is Aurora Borealis, which we had the pleasure of having a lot of Aurora Borealis in Wisconsin. And I've been able to get some photos. Look at that. Beautiful. And this one is Falling Leaves. Oh, I love Kaylee. Kaylee, you are amazing. Love your fabrics. Love, love, love. And I will show you in plans the other bag that she gifted me. And I'm spoiled rotten, and I cannot thank you enough. You are far, far too generous and far, far too kind. Far too kind. Thank you. I got a long dog sampler off of eBay because I hadn't seen this one before, and I don't remember on their website, and maybe I already own it, but it's all birds. This is Intuition. Oh, and I would love, love, love to start this as well, but I will be patient because I have too many BAPs. And once I do my whip parade in January, I'm going to be re-evaluating things. Pigeon Coop Design. I could stitch a lot of their stuff too. Released their Sonoran Desert ecoregion patterns, and I got the book. There are 4 patterns in here. I'm the Southwest girly, love everything Southwest, love me the cacti. Look at this turtle. And of course, I got the needle minder. Sorry. And it's got a cacti on it. Now I can put that to good use. Oh boy. I can't remember. I think this is all just 1, 2, 3 stitch. Oh yeah, this was when my wonderful friends, the needle minders, I think Miriam sent us a message and said, hey, 1, 2, 3 Stitch is having a sale on 46 count fiber on a whim. Julie. I said, oh, good golly. Okay, on my way. So on my way I went. Well, fabric can never travel alone, right? So I got some patterns that I had on my wish list and moved them to my cart. I got Heartstring Sampler We Belong. It says, if we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten we belong to one another. And I think that sentiment is true every day, but especially the state of the world right now. This is Silver Creek Samplers Always Hope. My friend Nithya has finished this. It's always find a reason to hope. Also rings very true to me right now. And this is In Nature. This is Blueberry Ridge or Blackberry Hill. Sorry. That was a Jingle Ball flub on my behalf. Blueberry Ridge, not Blackberry Hill. And this, she is the daughter of Pansy Patch Quilt. And I did not know that till the Jingle Ball. So In Nature, My Soul is Home. And fabric. I got Night Sky, which when I was looking through my investments and saw that I had gotten this 46 count Night Sky. And then I got Silver Fox 46 count, and then I got Stone 46 count. And then I got a entire half yard of ivy because I am going to restart my Ronaldo Carolyn trees on this because I am not happy with the way the white that I chose is showing up on the fabric that I had started stitching with that. Okay. It's been since August. It's been since August. These were needlework marketplace, needlework market, whatever the fall one is. These were those purchases. I got the Scarlet House sampler dogs. I got Birds of Quaker by Rosewood Manor, of course. I got Dirty Annie's, so stinking cute because they are so stinking cute. More skunks and cross stitch, please. They're one of my favorite animals. There was a freebie in there. I think I got some of these from Lindy's, some of these from Top Knot, and some from Starlight Stitchery, I believe. Like to spread I like to spread my purchases. Heartstring Samplery Equality. This is Lady Rosie, Americana Mamas. And of course, my friend Sarah Modcross, the third of at least four in the Bloom series. This is Cosmo Bloom, and oh, I cannot wait to stitch this. This is so incredibly beautiful. Hi, Sarah. Okay, next. This was a hobby house. I got some 46 count and 56 count fabric from them. I got some Tudor silks. Every time I order from a place that has Tudor silks, I am trying to get a few because I am trying to get the entire collection of Tudor silks. I'm a pen to paper girl. Here's my checklist. I want to have them to convert patterns on 56 count or on 32 or 40 over 1 because I like me that tiny stitching and I like Tudor silks for that. I also like 103s. Thank you, Nithya. And then I got this pattern, Inspired by Nature, Sampler, Bird, and Pincushion by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. It is so pretty. And that is a 2 fabric design, but really I want to stitch this bird. Oh gosh, you guys, I hope this video is showing up, recording well, because it doesn't look that great on my screen. We'll find out. This was an eBay purchase. I think I ran across it when I was perusing one day, Whimsical Trinkets, or maybe this was a stash unload. And I just fell in love with all these Southwest. And I know I think these are all perforated paper jewelry. But you can I like to stitch tiny and make needle minders or what have you. Tiny stitching. Oh boy, I got some more work basket patterns. I really wish the camera would stop following. Quaker Eagle, Quaker Cardinal, Dragonflies. This was from a company that I thought that I had found a uh, very rare work basket pattern that I'm still on the hunt for, a stitch in time. Miriam has it. She's stitching it right now. Go check out her Instagram. It is so beautiful. So beautiful. Of course, her fabric and floss choices are just incredible, dynamic, very Miriam, gorgeous. But a stitch in time is still on that is my unicorn right now. Mission and landscape. And I think because they didn't have the pattern that I ordered, they felt bad and they threw in another pattern by Erica Michaels, and it is We the People. And I'm not much of an Americana stitcher, but I really do enjoy this because I think that this, yeah, we need to remember We the People. That's all I got to say about that. And then some free patterns that I can't show you because they're just the patterns, but they're really cute. Okay. Oh, this was a thrift store find, which I don't often find really good things at thrift stores, but Cam, maybe you already have this. Maybe have seen you show this. We got Campbell Soup Kids. We got Campbell Soup Kids. We got the salty umbrella. We got a whole Campbell Soup label. We got Arm& Hammer baking soda. What? Morton salt. They're so cute. I love it. I mean, it just flashed me right back to the 70s and 80s. Pepsi Cola, RC Cola. Who was an RC Cola drinker? So that was fun. I got one more. The Danish handcraft Hamburgets frame. I am not saying that. Maybe one of my international friends could help me. I'll have to ask them tomorrow when we're on our Zoom. Um, these are expensive. They are on eBay anywhere from $50 to $80. So I just will treat myself once in a while to a new one. This was from the year 1962. What's this vote? This was like Christmas. Oh, these are more work basket patterns. Actually, from my friend Lori. Hi, Lori, if you're watching, who lives in Boston, Wisconsin, where I used to live. And she sent me, I bought them from her stash unload and she sent them to me, 30 miles away. So here, this is Sunny Side and Sun Sampler. This is Apple of My Eye, Apple of Your Eye, and Summer Farmhouse. Do you have all the work basket patterns, Julie? No, I do not. I keep finding more and more. They had a lot of patterns. I wish that I could find a comprehensive list so that Miriam and I could check them off. Where did I get this one from? I don't even know. I got Carriage House sampling birds. I may have gotten this at Country Sampler and it came out of the bag. Or maybe at Welcome Stitchery. I don't know. I really like this one a lot. I love her hair. I love her hair. And Winsome Whale. Ooh, he's upside down. I've looked at this many times and finally got it. So I met Jamie and Chris at Country Sampler one Friday afternoon. We had a wonderful time. I actually saw Mary there. Hi, Mary. And then her friend Pam works at the Country Sampler. And we were all talking and discovered that we all have the same birthday, January 16th. So we are making plans right now to have a little birthday stitchy gathering at some point in January when we're all available to celebrate our birthdays. How does that happen? Fun. Fun. Birthday stitchy friends. Who could ask for anything more? So my country sampler haul was not bad. Not bad. I behaved myself a little bit. I got Mary Hill 1854. I really just want to stitch this square up here with that big bird and horse and deer. And then little sheep and cat. I think that's a cat or a goat or a bird. I don't know. Whatever it is. I just want to stitch that square. I got Clovis, and I determined that he is going to be the first animal cracker that I stitch. Stacy Nash. I want to stitch them all on 56 count so that they're little cute little miniatures. And I got Plum Street Friends of the Heart, which is deceivingly larger than it looks. I just think that that's a beautiful, I love the fox, the little fox down here that's eating, I gotta cover my face, I guess, that's eating grass. The squirrel. They're just whimsical. All the animals are very whimsical in that pattern. I feel like I'm getting nasally. Oh, and then I got Teresa Kogut Chicken Run because who doesn't want it? Fanny and Marion Chicken Run, and then fabric. I won't show you all the fabric. Just 46 and 56 count fabric, of course. And I am done buying fabric forever. I am. I'm done buying fabric forever. You guys will never ever hold me to that, but I have so much fabric. I just need to use it. I don't know. Lindy Stitches, I think I ordered this from because I couldn't resist any longer. This was also a fall needlework marketplace release from the Artsy Housewife, Arizona Sunset. Of course, I had to have it. I got the Fairy House. I think this is one of my favorite of the house series. I only bought 3 of them, I think. The greenhouse, Fairy House, and the barn with the sunflowers, with the cows on the barn, because it was so Wisconsin. So Wisconsin. Hands-on design. I finally got Ennis for Norwal. I love Norwals. The unicorns of the sea. I love them. And what's in this one? I don't even know. Looks like this must have been a stash unload. Yeah. Oh, Simply Charming. This was a Southwest design. More Southwestish designs, basket weaves and ornaments, native sun. That box, cacti. This one I think I got because I loved the tree, but I also love the colors in the little kind of just normal pattern, animal patterns. And then I got the nuthatch. These are the Victoria sampler, and I really just need to start collecting these when I see them. I saw a bunch of them at a cross stitch shop in Wausau, Wisconsin, and I didn't pick them up for some reason. I'll have to get back there. That's not too far for me. It's like an hour and a half. But then again, maybe I should stay away. And then whoever I bought these from was kind enough to put in these 2 and look at these Southwestish colors, because she probably noticed I bought all her Southwest patterns and said this girl needs some Southwest DMC. I got a book, and I believe that the Hathaway Stitchers that Amity was talking about this designer, Gerda Bankston, and she is of the same aesthetic as the Hamburgette Brame. So I believe that they were talking about it. And this book has a bunch of beautiful flower stitches and then just like some very whimsical people-y scenes. Like look at this one without they're all blowing in the wind and the trees are blowing in the wind. That's fun. But a lot of them are very beautiful floral designs in this book. So this was fun. I have more books that I bought too, thrift books, like from online thrift bookstores and other just regular thrifted books from thrift stores. But I will maybe do a Flosstube extra because I have quite a few and I was like, well, that's going to take a lot of time. Okay, I am going to reconnoiter and then I will be back with plans and then yarn. Okay, plans. Tomorrow is December 15th. I'm not sure when you'll see this because I think I have some editing to do. And I may have to re-record the beginning. So, but tomorrow is December 15th, and I am starting the Put a Bird on It sale, hosted by EJ and Shelia from the Sunshine Stitchers. It is a modern folk embroidery pattern. Jacob EJ has kindly divided it into 12 sections. See their floss tubes, or they have a Facebook group that you can join if you'd like to be a part of this. Many people have chosen many different fabric and floss choices, and it is so fun to see them all. My good friend Jerica is doing this. I believe Nithya and Miriam have gotten sucked into it as well. So we will all be enjoying stitching this together. I cannot wait. I'm going to try to get on the Zoom meeting. So I dyed this piece of 27 count Linda fabric, and I am going to attempt to stitch it 1/1 with these 4 colors of 103s, these 4 different shades of blues and a teal. And I think that this is going to be pretty spectacular. The camera keeps wanting to find my face. So you are getting zoomed in and zoomed out on me. Oh, I've set my son on a task to finding me a good program to record on. So that is my most immediate, because that will start tomorrow. So I'm going to leave that right where I can see it. The next project that I need to start ASAP, because my friend Jamie's birthday was in September and she started it. Jamie, have you worked on it? First of all, this is the bag that Kaylee sent me, Kaylee Tent Stitch. Look at these birds. Look at this bag. Look at the size of this bag. It is huge. It is beautiful. It is amazing. I mean, she is so talented. She is so talented and so kind and so generous. So the project that I need to start, that Jamie started on her birthday, that I have had kitted up forever, is Heartstring Samplery, His Eyes on the Sparrow. It is a bat. It is a big, awesome project. Big ass project. It will be a bat forever. It may become my next motif a week when I finish And a Forest Grew, because there are a lot of small motifs in here, or ones that I could make manageable. Again, I am probably going to change the quote. This was a song that was sung by a couple of my cousin's friends at her memorial service when she passed away. So it does have some pretty deep meaning for me. I may not change the words. I haven't decided yet. But I got I think I've shown this before. I got the hand-dyed silks conversion. Oh, incredibly beautiful. I cannot wait to use all these. The colors are just incredible. I can't wait to stitch that. And I'm going to do that. So I'm not sure. I thought about starting this on my birthday this year. I got a piece of Lakeside linen for this in the colorway bisque. I am not sure if maybe it'll be a New Year's start, or if it'll be a start on my birthday, since Jamie started it on her birthday. I'm not sure. The other plan for my birthday is Miriam and I are hosting, or join us, if you will, a hashtag spot your number sale, meaning that you take patterns that you're not sure you'll ever stitch the whole thing. And if you just like motifs, take those motifs off those patterns. My significant number for 2025 is 50, because I will be 50 years old on January 16th this year. So I will be doing a spot sampler with 50 motifs from potentially 50 different patterns. I have enough patterns to do that. It might be 40 patterns. I might like 2 motifs off of a pattern, but the idea is to take the patterns that you bought that you're not sure you'll ever stitch the whole thing, but you were attracted to at least something on that pattern, a motif or 2 or 3, and put them in a spot sampler. Like make your own spot sampler. I'm pretty confident in saying that many of my motifs will probably be birds or animals. And I think you would probably all agree that that's what's going to happen with my spot sampler. And I have a pile of patterns set aside already. I began to accumulate them. Watch Miriam. Of course, go watch Miriam. Like, you have to watch Miriam, Marumi Designs. She is planning to do all paper patterns, and she has a binder full, and she is going to give away the patterns after she stitches her motifs. So that is going to be a crazy amount of good giveaways. I will not share her number with you. I will let her do that. So go watch her. Um, Motif a Week is going to continue. Hashtag Motif a Week. For everybody that participated this year, I have loved, loved, loved seeing all of your work. There are a couple other people that also did And a Forest Grew, and they are all spectacular and marvelous. And I love it. I am going to continue that. So join in if you want, continue if you want. Thank you for all of the support and encouragement, because it was fun and it keeps me motivated. And my forest, it freaking grew. It grew. I'm going to organize. That is my plan. I have bags and Rubbermaids and things and floss, and I have already started, but I'm going to make a very concerted effort to organize all of this and hopefully maybe even get it into my Notion app so that I can track where everything is. I am also going to free floss and free projects and free fabric. I have things half kitted. I have fabric stuffed inside of patterns or floss stuffed inside of patterns in, in the excitement and anticipation of starting them right away, and I did not. So I'm going to free that stuff, and then I still have the pattern. I still have the materials in my life. And when I can or have the time or really have a calling to start those things, I'll just bring it back out. And maybe I will have changed my mind because my aesthetic is constantly changing, right? We grow and evolve. Maybe I'm not so much into the flosses I chose anymore, and I'll choose different ones. But point being, I still have that stuff, but maybe I could be using it for something else in the meantime instead of it sitting in a basket for a year. Um, Knitting and crocheting, it's wintertime in Wisconsin already. Damn it. But I feel like yarn keeps me warm. And so I have a lot of projects that I just really need to finish that I have started. I have like 5 sweaters on the needles, a couple cardigans. I have a crochet blanket I need to finish. I have another crochet blanket that I started granny squares for that I should finish. I have a lot of things. So I'm going to knit and crochet more. And then I am going to try this idea. I'm going to start at the top of my whip list, which is in chronological order, my oldest whip being from 1991. And I'm going to try to give all the whips that I keep on my whip list. Some whips you will see next year, or you won't see next year in my whip parade, because they are just going to disappear and not be talked about, because I have grown away from them. I've grown out of my interest in them, and I feel like my crafting time is limited the way it is, so I would like to work on things that I enjoy. So they're just gonna go. You will see I'm not getting rid of the parts that were already stitched. You're gonna see I have an idea for that. But I'm going to try to go from the top down on my whip list and give each whip a week of, even if it's 15 minutes a day or a thread a day, and work my way from oldest to most recent week by week. I do have more than 52 whips, so they might not all get touched, but hopefully I'm finishing some other things in the meantime. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Um, I'm commuting the sentence. I'm commuting the sentences of some of my whips is what I wrote down. That's what I meant to say when I was thinking about that earlier today. I'm like, I'm going to commute the sentence of some of these whips that have never been touched or have only been touched once, and they just they need to go back out into the world and be free. All right. Okay. That's what I know about my plan so far. I'm sure there's other sales that I will want to join in on. I'm sure that you will all enable me to start other patterns. Nithya, when we were at our retreat, gifted us all a kit. So we need to figure out when to start that. Her and I also kitted up a project with Cosmo Flosses, and I know I really, really want to ask her when we want to start that one. Oh, all the things, all the things. And I also would like to dedicate some more time to um honing on my quilting um journey and honing my skills a little bit so that I can start making some beautiful quilts because I enjoy sewing and I would like to do that as well. I just need to not have a job or other things in life, right? Is that all our wish? Okay, I'm going to pause again and then we're going to do yarn. Okay, the two projects I've been working on the most lately that are yarn related. The first one is a crochet sweater in my You Gotta Be Knitting Me bag from Mitchell Yarn Co. They were at the Sheep and Wool Fest. They are a company that sources from small, organic, we uh, eco-friendly raised farming practices, sheep, wool, whatever. And they are incredible. And I am very much in line and committed to what they do. So I would like to purchase from them. This is a crochet sweater. It is going to be big and very comfy. This is from Ashley at Heart Book Home. It is called, and I love her. You should go check her out. She mainly focuses her efforts on posting on Facebook. Oh boy, where's the cover? Oh, sorry guys, I did not have this organized. And you're listening to the ruffle. I don't know where the cover sheet went. Okay, so it is called, this is the last page. Oh, if I was on the last page, because I'm doing the bottom right now. This is called the Blanche V-neck sweater. Again, Heart Hook Home. She has a Ravelry page. She has a website, and she is on Facebook a lot. This lady walks around a park every day. I think she lives in Kansas, and she crochets as she walks, and she'll post videos about what she's working on as she's walking. She has a whole setup. It is so cool. I mean, if it was warm enough for me to do that, and when I walk here, I walk my dog, so I don't think I can crochet and walk a dog. But the Blanche sweater is a big, deep V-neck, and it's going to be big and warm and cozy. I am doing this in yarn from Stash. I'm trying to only use yarn from Stash for, well, I'm trying to only use yarn from Stash, plus the like 10 Rubbermaid full I have in my basement. So this is just, I love this yarn. I do not shop here, but I've had it for years. So in the color linen, it's a 4-weight acrylic, and it was so easy. This should be done. This should really be done. I just have the bottom and then the sleeves, and then it will be done. But this could be a 3-4 night stitch. It works up really fast. It's all double crochet. So I am excited to get that finished, and I should leave that out. We are watching a show on Apple TV called Before with Billy Crystal. If you like psychological thrillers, check it out. It is really good. It is a very big retreat from normal Billy Crystal, like comedian. He's really good. He's just a very talented actor. So My new knitting project is yeah, I've been working on it for a few months, but the Cadre by Cadre, it's called the Dentel Duce sweater. So I liked the very like roll over deep neck because I'm not one to have any like neck, tight neck shirts. I'm not a neck shirt person. This is yarn that I got at Sheep and Wool. And if we had Feel-O-Vision, I would make you guys touch this. This is air spun, so a it's wool and nylon. It's a merino blend, and it is so like this is so light. Like it's so light because it's air spun, so it's hollow on the inside. It's the best way for me to explain it. I know that there are knitters out there, knit tubes, yarn tubes. Is that what we should call them? That will explain air spun yarn to you a lot better than I will. I am still working on getting through the increases for, of course, the look how this color, I love how this is just one skein is like, look at the color, like it's almost self-striping. Isn't that awesome? So my goal was I was trying to do an increase a day because I am like at 300 and some stitches right now. If anybody is curious, this is how I keep track of my increases on a sweater, a top-down sweater. I check mark because I will lose my place if I don't do it all at once. And I know I never could because I'll have 382 stitches on the needles when I'm done with all those increases. Then we can then we can put the arms on hold and I can work on the body and that'll just be knit, 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 knit. But I mean, this is going to be so light yet so warm. I need to find, I think that this is going to be a staple yarn. When I see it, I'm going to buy it. Yeah, polyamide, because it makes like a mesh on the inside of the wool, and that's why it's so airy. So I would think this is about a 2 or a 3 weight, if I had to guess. I think this pattern called for us DK, and my gauge swatch, I worked out. Oh, excuse me, all the wool in my nose. The gauge swatch worked out. I think I had to go down in needle size. You know, I actually gauge swatched, so let's just be proud of me for that because that is not one of my favorite things. I feel like I'm wasting yarn and wasting time. Okay, yarn, ball. Okay, I'll do this first and then we'll go to cheaper milk. So this took months. I forgot I ordered it. This is from, oh my gosh, yeah, my memory is Stephanie. Come help me. Oh, Knit Circus. Yes. They are in Madison, Wisconsin. They have a store. They also have online shop. This is their Milwaukee Brewers colorway. They had sock sets and they evenly ball them up for you, wind them so that you'll have two matching socks. I got two sets because if I'm gonna knit socks, I am gonna knit really long socks. I am not a short sock girl, especially in the wintertime. Now that I figured out my skin issue and I can wear socks again, I will maybe, or this might be a hat. This might be a muscle burrow. I think that would also look very cool self-striping. But this is their Milwaukee Brewers colorway. But it took them like they dyed to order. So it took like, I would say like 4 or 5 months to get here, and I had totally forgotten about it. I was like, Merry Christmas surprise, you got yarn. My farmer's daughter's fibers yarn club for the year has ended so sadly. I have 4 months to show you because I haven't been here. And I don't remember what month was what, but I'm gonna save that one for last because it was my favorite. This was one of the sock sets. So you get a full 100-gram skein and then a mini. And then this is beautiful. Look at this like ochre, like green, yellow. Oh, I love it so much. And these they don't need to be used for socks. You can use these, you can fade a sweater together. That's what I plan to do someday. This one was fun because it was 250 grams and then a mini. Beautiful. I love this color as well. What is that? Morning the Abundance. And they don't have the colors that they use for the sock sets in their regular line, but I have emailed them and they will dye. They will dye. They will do a custom order. This was my favorite. Oh, it does say the month on here, October, The Borrowers. Look, look at this like tealy blue and this like terracotta orange red eye. That is so pretty. That's beautiful. Okay, and then sheep and wool. So I was left alone. I met Jamie and Chris there. They had to leave earlier than I did. So I wandered around by myself. I behaved. For the most part, I behaved. While they were there, we all went to a drop spindle, a booth, a vendor that made drop spindle for spinning your own yarn. And we all got a drop spindle. None of us have used it yet. I don't think. Have you guys used it yet? And Jamie's daughter also. So with the intent of learning how to drop spindle spin our own yarn. Maybe if I leave it out to look at it now that I'm filming this, I will attempt to do that. So of course you have to get some wool. So I found this for like $10 and I could not pass it up. Green Bay Packer color wool. That is going to be so much fun. Merino wool roving. So yarn coming at you soon. I went to Four Crows Fibers. She is local Wisconsin yarn dyer. She is near Mount Horeb. And I love her. I have met her before, and I have also bought her yarn before, but I got this beauty. Oh, I could probably just wear this as a scarf and not even spin it. Yeah. Oh, it's so pretty. And it's so soft. So that might be yarn someday. I do have a spindle, an old antique spindle that I got at a estate sale, but I would have to have an expert look at it. I did get some recommendations, but I got to figure out where I wrote that now. And somebody somewhere told me where to go. I think maybe even at when I was at Welcome Stitchery, it might have been Becky. I can't remember. This is yarn from Knitting Notions, and they were out of, oh, I thought I had their card here. I do. They were there from Nashville, Tennessee. The color is not showing up very well. It is not gray. It is like a very sagey green with gray in it, and some cream. But I just thought it was beautiful, and she had it in a bin of like 3 for $20. For those of you that buy yarn, you know that 3 for $20 for hand-dyed superwash merino wool is the deal of a century. I couldn't pass it up. Mitchell Wool Co., the bag that I showed you, you got to be knitting me. I also have a sweatshirt that says, for flock's sake. Should have wore that today. That Maybe I'll wear it tomorrow when I re-record the beginning of the video, and then you guys will be like, oh, that's what she was talking about at the end. I did get a couple of skeins from them, just random. I just like these colors together, and 'cause it's like a terracotta and then like an olive green. And I think it says on here, so this is Rambouillet Surrey Alpaca. And oh, the color is green bean casserole. It is plant dyed. USA farm raised woolen spun plant dyed. So that's what they source all of their wool from USA, from American farm raised sheep. And this is just a Rambouillet, farm grown, mill spun, dyed with plants. Is there a color in this? Barn. The color is barn. Barn and green beans. And then this is, I have bought from them before. The last time I was at Sheep and Wool, I bought from them. And so I got another stain while I was there. And this was to do a hat pattern that she had a sample of in her booth. But the other colorway they used, they didn't have. And now it's been a few months and I never contacted them to dye the color for me. And I can't remember what it was. But anyways, this is Black Sky, and this is alpaca, but it's a worsted weight alpaca. So soft. And this is from Bernard Family Farms in Bonnie, Illinois. I also got yarn from our friend in Blue Earth, who lives nearby, that is at Welcome Stitchery. I will show it next time. I will show it next time. I'll show it next time. And then from Four Crows Fibers, this same place I got my wool scarf. I got some Surrey. Ooh. For lace weight, I really do prefer Surrey and silk over merino. This is Surrey silk lace weight. I need to find a really good, actually, this would be great to blend it with to put into a sweater. I got 3 skeins of that. Oh no, 4. 4. And she gave me, it was her last one, it was her last little bag, so now I have another knitting bag. Okay, that's it. That's all the yarn. All the yarn goodies for you to salivate. I hope I can enable some of you. I know like Cam and Marjorie said they were like really getting into knitting. I know a lot of friends that are knitting also now in the cross stitch world. So I love seeing and having you share and watching you share your projects and your yarn and enable me. And I just get so excited to see what everybody's making. And I'm so proud of all of you. That is it, folks. That is it for today. I will be back in January, probably after my birthday, for a whip parade. And I'm hoping I can recruit a helper again for that because it will be a monster. I might do an extra of like some book flip throughs in the meantime, or maybe just a little bit more yarn tube. Um, go through some of my other yarn projects. I'll just maybe not call it a floss tube. I'm not sure yet. But it is the holiday season, and so happy, happy, happy holidays to everybody. I do ask that everybody please remember that the holidays are not always happy for some people that we might know or in our lives. So be gentle, be gentle with yourself and be kind to yourself. Reach out if you need anybody to talk to. Um, it's been a hard couple months here. And I certainly understand anybody that's having a hard time. And I just want everybody to know that I am always here if you need me. I am more than willing to talk to you about anything or distract you, and because I know that sometimes I need that myself, more often than not lately. So, all right, Midwest goodbye. I love you. Be kind. Be safe. Peace, friends.